What is up, Baggies fans, football fans, and sports fans in general, to another video on the channel. This week, we're doing a brand new series called Legend Spotlight. We're going to be talking about different legends from West Bromwich Albion. This week, we're going to be focusing on Tony Bomber Brown. If you enjoyed the series, make sure you smash that like button with over 25 likes on this video. Leave a comment, let me know who you want to feature next in the Albion Spotlight. It doesn't have to be old school legend, it could be a modern legend, but I need you guys to let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you subscribe. We're so close to getting 150 subscribers, which, I mean, I never even thought I'd get 100 before my birthday on the 26th of July. So to be where we are now is fantastic. Thank you so much. Stick around to the end of the video because I've got some exciting news on a way that we can all stay connected. So let's get into it and let's talk about the one, the only, Tony Bomber Brown. All-time top scorer, most appearances in club history, FA Cup hero, and even more than that, a model professional. Some fans could rely on week in, week out. So grab a cuppa, hit that like button, and if you love your football history, let's take a deep dive into the life and career of Tony Brown, Albion's greatest player. So let's start right back at the beginning, shall we? All the way back, October the 3rd, 1945, in a little town called Oldham, up in Lancashire, Anthony Brown was born. Like so many northern lads in post-war years, football wasn't just a hobby, it was an escape, a passion. He played for a local school, and youth teams where his knack for scoring goals quickly turned heads. He was strong, determined, and already showing that nose for a goal, which would become his trademark. Albion's northern scouts spotted him playing in a youth game. He was impressed, not just by Brown's ability to finish, but his stamina and attitude. The club didn't waste any time. They invited him down to the Hawthorns, and he was assigned as an apprentice in 1961, just 16 years old. It was a classic era of boot rooms, scrubbing floors, cleaning senior players' boots, or dreaming of pulling on the stripes. He turned professional in 1963, but even before that, he was standing out in the reserves. Coaches at Albion quickly realised this lad wasn't just another hopeful, he had something special. Now, you're probably asking, why have I picked Tony Brown to start with? Well, obviously with the new kit releasing, he did a lovely poem about what the Albion meant to him and how he still loves coming down to the ground. And it's an absolutely beautiful poem. If you haven't heard it, I recommend you go and listen to it. And I think it's time that the club shows something back to him. I really think that maybe if we possibly looked at renaming the East Stand, as his statue's outside there, the Tony Brown stand, I think that's what we need at the Hawthorns. I think it'd be nice if we could rename that, and maybe the Halfords Lane to the Jeff Astle stand. Obviously Smethwick and Brummy are going to stay like that because I think they're brilliant like that. But it'd be nice if we did the East and the Halfords Lane as different ones. Let's continue the story of Tony Brown then. He made his league debut in 1963, but it was in the mid to late 60s where he really broke through as a first team regular. Back then, Albion played exciting attacking football. Brown slotted in perfectly. Although he's an attacking midfielder on paper, he was really like a second striker. He had a deadly late run into the box that defenders just couldn't pick up. He was famous for a thunderous shot, low, hard and precise. And not let's forget, he was ice cool from the penalty spot. Brown's fitness was exceptional. In an era of heavy pitches and rough tackles, he just kept on running. He wasn't flashy with step-overs and tricks, but he read the game beautifully. He arrived in at the right place at the right time. And crucially, he rarely missed a game. Injuries and suspensions were rare. Managers loved him and knew they could rely on him to deliver. During these years, the nickname Bomber was born because of the way he bombed into the box and blasted home goal after goal. And who could forget that lovely perm and that absolute outstanding moustache of his? Let's talk about the glory years then. 1968 was peak Albion modern glory. That year, West Bromwich Albion lifted the FA Cup, the last major trophy the club has won this day, which is a bit disappointing. But, hopefully more success can come soon. Brown was central to that success. The Baggies had a thrilling cup run, knocking out the likes of Southampton and Liverpool along the way. In the final, they faced Everton at Wembley. It was a massive occasion. Everton, were really, really trying to, push for that win. And then, wow. Out of nowhere, here comes Jeff Astle to score. And it was absolutely fantastic with that game. And, he played a crucial role in that game. And I really, really do think, he was part of that Albion team that played some of the best football that I've never seen, but probably a lot of you watching have. And then obviously we got European nights. Yeah, we got a chance to test ourselves in Europe. They competed in the Intercity Fairs Cups, the UEFA Cup. Brown relished those new European lights. He faced top continental sides and showed that his game translated anywhere. Domestically, he was a phenomenon. One of the greatest achievements came in 1970 to 71. when he finished the first season top scorer with 28 goals. Imagine that top scorer in the entire top flight from midfield or second striker. That season, he was named Football Writers Association Footballer of the Year, an incredible honour, especially given Albion weren't a title-chasing side. He won that award because week after week he delivered free kicks, penalties, headers, long-range screamers. He had every type of goal in his locker. Opponents respected him because they knew they couldn't switch off for a second or he'd punish you instantly. And after all of that, it's not just, those glory days. The stats as well, the numbers back him up. Because Tony Brown wasn't just good, he was record-breaking. By the time he left Albion in 1980, he'd made 720 appearances in all competitions. That's more than anybody else in the club's history. And goals, he scored 279 of them for Albion in all competitions. 218 of those were league goals, making him the club's all-time top scorer by a massive margin. To put into perspective, he hit double figures in 13 consecutive seasons in the league. In an era of heavy balls, muddy pitches, brutal tackles, it's even more impressive. Today we talk about consistency as a hallmark of greatness. Tony Brown was a definition of consistency. And for all of that as well, his personality and professionalism, it wasn't about the goals and the records. He was beloved for who he was as a person. He wasn't the loudest in the dressing room. He wasn't a big talker. He let the football do the talking. He trained hard, kept himself unbelievably fit. He rarely got injured. He was never suspended for anything silly. Fans trusted him. They knew that when Bomb was on the pitch, they had a chance. Teammates respected him. Even if he wasn't always captain, he was a leader. And managers loved him, as I said, because he was reliable, unselfish, and set standards for everybody else. He embodied the values of West Bromwich Albion fans love most: honesty, hard work, and loyalty. And I think that is probably why he sticks in the heads for a lot of Albion fans. Even watching it, I didn't get to see him play, but going back and watching some of the highlights of him playing was just absolutely fantastic. Even the later years, after nearly 20 years with the Albion, he left the club in 1980. But he wasn't quite done playing there. He had a stint in the United States and New England, T-Men. It was a short adventure, but gave him a chance to experience football in a growing market. He then returned to England to finish his career with Torquay United. He even served briefly as a player coach down there, still scoring goals in the lower division in his late 30s. Even at the tail end of his career, that hunger for the game never went away. And after hanging up his boots, what did he do? He stayed connected with football. Became a local radio commentator for Albion's fans at games. Fans loved hearing his insights, honest, straight talking, no nonsense. He wasn't afraid to criticise when needed, but he did it from a place of deep love for the club. He did it with the respect. He was inducted into West Bromwich Albion's Hall of Fame, and his name is sung by generations who never saw him play live, like me. Ask all of you guys, older supporters, who's the greatest player? And Bomber Brown's name will be there somewhere across the top. He remains a symbol of everything good about the club: loyalty, consistency, and quality. Even today, when Albion, we need more goals from midfielders or having leaders, fans say we need another Tony Brown. That's the true mark of a legend. Tony Brown wasn't just a goal scorer. He was the heartbeat of West Bromwich Albion for nearly 2 decades. A record breaker, a cup winner, a role model. He's part of the very fabric of the club. If you're an Albion fan, you're part of Tony Brown's legacy too. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments who you'd like to see featured next, of course. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and share it with all your fellow Baggies fans. Thanks for watching. And remember, I did say at the start of this video I have some exciting news. So the exciting news is I'm launching an official West Bromwich Albion Discord. If you guys have got Discord, you can come and join, say hello, talk. There's post-match chats, pre-match chats. I'm also going to be running a league prediction where you can put your predictions in. It'll form a league table. And at the end of the year, who is ever top of that league will get a West Bromwich Albion shirt for the following season bought for them. So let's say this season, Joe Bloggs finishes top. All they have to do is message me the details and they will win their home shirt. Obviously, if you're not a Baggies fan and you want to take part and want to win a home shirt for your club, it's more than possible to do that as well. So make sure you check out the description of this video and I have a link to my Discord. And thank you very much, Baggies fans. I'll catch you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.